Do you ever have days where you just don't feel like picking up your camera at all? Losing your photography mojo is an actual thing, and in this video I'm going to share with you 7 tips to help you find your mojo when your creative juices have been flushed down the toilet. You can lose your mojo for all different kinds of things, but when you lose your photography mojo and you just stop feeling creative, I know what it feels. It's heart-wrenching. You could go from one day absolutely so passionate about your photography, and other days you just don't even want to pick up your camera. Sure, you can have a plan, you can have a vision, you can know what it is that you want to create, but if you just wake up and you're not feeling it, then I want you to know that it's okay. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my job. I love photographing weddings and landscapes, but sometimes you just don't feel it. Sometimes you're just not feeling 100%. So whether you've lost your cooking inspiration or you're not feeling it when it comes to exercise or food, just like photography, it's okay, and we're going to get you back on the right path. Tip 1, I want you to go out there and change your scenery. Sometimes all you need to do is visit a new place to really get your creative mind going. You don't even have to necessarily go out of town. There could be some place in your town that you haven't visited. So go out there and see what's waiting for you right on your own doorstep, or go to a new town, or take to Pinterest and make a list of all the amazing places that you want to visit, and one by one just keep ticking them off. For tip 2, I want you to take a big giant leap out of your comfort zone. That was deliberate. I didn't say just take a tiny step out of your comfort zone. I want you to take a massive step and try something in photography that you've never done before. Yes, it might seem scary, but when you try something new, that's when you know what you're really capable of. And when you try that new thing, it may well become your favourite thing. So you might try a new style of photography and figure out that it's just not for you, and that's absolutely okay, but you can't say that you didn't try. For tip 3, I want you to go out there and make some new friends. Now, I'm not saying that the friends that you have already aren't good enough. I'm just saying that it's all very well if you know your shutter speeds from your ISO and your aperture, and your friends are looking at you with a blank face like they don't know what you're talking about. That's when you know you need to get some new photography friends and find people that can get inspired and love it as much as what you do. There's lots of opportunity out there for you to get involved with some local groups and find some photography friends that will really inspire you and help you with your photography journey too. For tip 4, I want you to go out there and try a shiny new lens, or it doesn't have to be a new lens, because see, with all those new photography friends that you've been making, that's where you can swap lenses with them and try them out. Or if you're thinking about buying a new lens but you're not sure if you want to go and commit to that level of money, then go and hire one instead. With a new lens you could be photographing the same subject but in such a different way, and you will see things in a different way. A whole new perspective. So you might be a person that loves to do landscape photography and you use a wide angle lens, but if you swap that over to a 50mm lens, then it forces you to really think differently, because then you can't photograph the nice big wide vistas. You have to do something different. For tip 5, I want you to get a grip of your photos. So ask yourself, how often do you actually print your photos? Do you just take hundreds and thousands of photographs and then leave them on your hard drives for nobody to see? Or do you maybe post them on Facebook or Twitter, but then you don't actually see what they look like in print? I guarantee you, if you print a handful of photos in a decent size, as soon as you open them up, you will have a new appreciation for your photography. It's all very well keeping your photographs on a computer and seeing them on a decent sized screen, but when you print them, that's when they just magically come to life. So even if it's just a month or every few months, get into the habit of printing your photos so you can actually see your work come to life. And over time, you'll build up a wee portfolio there, and you will see the progression in your images. But they don't need to just be prints. They could be calendars. You could be putting them in frames and giving them to your friends. And when you walk in their houses and you see your work on their walls, it's amazing. Maybe what you want to do is print some of your photos, your favourite ones, put them up in frames in your living room. So every day when you're in that room, you can remember why you've been so inspired. You can see the passion in those images. So there might be pictures of your favourite people that you've met or the favourite places that you've gone to. But when you do that, when you make the effort to do that, rather than just looking at your images on a screen, that will help give you that passion back. For tip 6, I want you to be a bookworm. So even if you only have a spare hour at the end of every day, or if you maybe want to give yourself a few hours at the weekend, then absolutely do that. So throw away your mobile, throw away your iPad, switch off your TV, get rid of all your electronic devices for that period of time and immerse yourself in a book, an actual book. So pick up any photography book that you want and have a look at it. Or it doesn't even have to be a photography book, it could be your favourite magazine. But have a look at those images and really understand what it is that inspires you about it. And if there's particular locations that you want to go, then keep taking a note of them so you know what it is that you want to do in future. Even if you only have 10 minutes in an evening before you go to sleep, then use that time to be inspired. For tip 7, I want you to cut yourself some slack. Seriously guys, don't be so hard on yourself. If you feel as though you've tried a whole bunch of different things, you might have already done all the other 6 things, and you're still not feeling that you're getting your motivation back, then that's okay. Even if it's a week or a couple of weeks or a month, just put your camera down and say to yourself, you know what, I'm not feeling it right now, I'm just going to take a wee step back. And when you're ready to, pick that camera back up again and see if that hunger, see if that inspiration comes back to you. I'd love it if you could pop into the comments below and let me know if these tips have helped you, or if there's anything else that you do when you feel as though you're losing your mojo. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Anne Johnson. I would love to help you improve your photography. So remember to subscribe for updates, and I'll see you next time. Sure, you can have a... That'll be the phone then.